Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gordon Frayne. We are back with another video. Today, we're looking at a price action update for SUI, a layer one blockchain in the crypto space. Many of you who've been following the channel know all about SUI, but we're going to see what's been going on over the past few weeks with its recent price action. As always, if you enjoy the content, please just take 3 seconds, smash that thumbs up button below, hit subscribe, hit that bell notification icon, and you can grab your completely free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin linked below this video in the description. It is my gift to you. Grab it below and let's talk about SUI. Okay, so it's been a few weeks since I did a dedicated video about SUI's price action. There's definitely been a lot of exciting stuff happening on the charts, so let's break it down. We're currently sitting right around that $4 mark for the price per SUI token. We're brushing up on a decent level of resistance here, going all the way back to the beginning of May when we had this really nice run up from mid-April, little bit of consolidation again at the beginning of May before moving higher in towards the 12th and 13th of May. And we're currently sitting right below that level of resistance, trying to break through it. So what we saw over the course of the past few months was really nice breakout here, like we said, but we lost a 200-day simple moving average at the end of May. Then we had the CEDIS hack. CEDIS is one of the largest DEXs in the SUI ecosystem, and the hack on CEDIS definitely tarnished the reputation a little bit, although they did make up for it. They are returning user funds, but that didn't help the price action of the SUI ecosystem in general, because you had the largest DEX essentially exposed and exploited, and we saw price action trending down. That wasn't the sole contributor to the price moving this low, but it definitely helped drive prices lower. So we saw a very strong pullback for SUI all the way down into this area. And I had this level marked in on the chart. You can go back and check the video here of a really nice potential buying zone, because I felt that if we were going to break below this particular level of support at around 275, because we had support going back here to the beginning of March and again to the end of March, I felt that if we were going to break below this level, that we were going to go down into this zone. And sure enough, we did wick all the way down to about $2.30. So this was a really nice scoop up the dip opportunity if you were able to grab SUI around that $2.30 to $2.50 area, a really nice buy the dip if you managed to do it. So congratulations if you did. We did then proceed to move higher. We consolidated and chopped a little bit higher here, putting in a series of essentially higher lows as we moved up to around $2.58. We moved up to 268. We moved up again to about 285. And then we saw a really nice breakout of this downtrend. So having been in this period of moving from the middle of May going to this downside, we were respecting this trend line. We managed to get rejected from it multiple times before eventually here on the 9th of July, breaking out of that downtrend and moving up here to retest that 200-day simple moving average. We broke out, we broke above the 200-day, we came right back down to retest it, and then we moved even higher. So this was a really nice breakout, retest, and move higher from SUI on the 200-day. And of course, with Bitcoin moving to fresh all-time highs at 123,000, with Ethereum moving significantly higher, we're seeing a lot of altcoins continuing to break out and put in really nice price action over the past few weeks. So like I said, we're currently sitting below this level of resistance, and the next move for SUI, in my opinion, would be to try and reclaim that $4.25 area so that we can push on to retest previous all-time highs, which we got to back in January, up at this $5.33 area. Do I think SUI can go beyond this level? Yes, I do think we can go much beyond $5.33 this cycle. We might need to see us reclaim this level at 433 first and continue moving higher, but I definitely think that's on the cards given what's happening in the SUI ecosystem and what's happening with all of the protocols built on top of this network. If you haven't used SUI, guys, again, when you use it, you realize just how fast, efficient, and scalable it is as a layer one blockchain. Lots of exciting stuff happening there, but when you really get hands-on and start using the protocols, using DEXs like CEDIS, Turbos, etc., using lending and borrowing protocols like SUI Lend, Navi Protocol, etc. I've done videos on all these protocols on the channel. You can go back and check them out. I'll leave links at the top of the screen here. Just search them on my channel, but you will find significant amount of information about those over on protocols like DeFi Llama. If we jump over here again, this is what gets me excited about SUI as well. When we look at what's happening from an on-chain standpoint and a DeFi standpoint in terms of total value locked, SUI is currently the 8th largest network or chain by total value locked in all of DeFi. We've got over $2.25 billion of DeFi TVL. And when I click in here, this chart over here is what gets me really excited. We're seeing a super consistent level of growth here. Yes, there's choppiness and ups and downs along the way, but even just compared to July of 2024, 1 year ago, we had about $380 to $400 million of total value locked in the SUI ecosystem. And now you're looking at it being about 6 to 7 times that amount. We're trending upwards here for the amount of total value locked on SUI's network. Like I said, those protocols, those DEXs, those lending and borrowing platforms, all contributing to making it cost efficient, but also profitable for people wanting to use protocols in the SUI ecosystem. You can be generating yield from liquid staking protocols. You can be earning income from providing liquidity on SUI DEXs, and you can be simply generating earnings and yield from supplying SUI as collateral. So all of those protocols are helping us to see an increase in the amount of total value locked in SUI's ecosystem, and it's not showing any signs of slowing down. Even if we zoom in here just to the past few weeks, we can see June and July of this year, we've already gone from 1.5 billion up to 2.25 billion. And that's what gets me very excited about SUI's ecosystem. We're seeing continued growth in terms of TVL, in terms of adoption, and in terms of people using those protocols. Again, what you're also seeing is a clear trend upwards here, getting back up to this daily active addresses, for SUI around that 1.0 to 1.4 million daily active addresses in the network. It was a little bit higher back when we had all cylinders firing on the CEDAS DEX here, but we are reclaiming and starting to trend back upwards in terms of daily active addresses for SUI. If we remove Solana from this list, because Solana is obviously one of the largest in terms of daily active addresses and daily transactions, but we're also consistently seeing, roughly speaking, 3 to 4.5 million SUI daily transactions on the network. So it's competing with the likes of Near Protocol, with the likes of Base and Tron also doing a little bit more. But for SUI being a younger and newer blockchain, it's definitely punching above its weight. And I think there's still lots of ability for SUI to continue moving higher in terms of price action. Okay, I want to hear from you guys. Do you want an updated price prediction for SUI? If you do, drop a comment below this video and I will put together an updated price target video for SUI on the channel in the next week or two. If enough people comment below, we will get that done. But the setup is looking pretty nice here with the recent price action. The other chart I'll look at very, very quickly is SUI dominance, because again, I think that we're in for seeing SUI dominance continuing to move to the upside here over the coming months. If we look at this trend, what we've seen recently, of course, is SUI dominance moving back higher. Interestingly, as we saw a reclaim of the 200-day simple moving average on the price chart, we've also seen SUI dominance reclaim that 200-day simple moving average. We came down for a retest, we bounced, and we're continuing to move higher. SUI dominance currently sitting at 0.36% means the market cap of SUI makes up 0.36% of total crypto market cap. And in my opinion, I do think we can see this moving towards somewhere around that 1% area by the peak of the cycle. Again, all the way back when we saw those all-time highs for SUI and the price, we came to just under 0.5% back at the beginning of January. I do think it's very, very possible we see dominance continuing to move to the upside and landing somewhere around this 1% area. If we zoom out on the chart here, we can see a pretty significant uptrend with the price action here, or the dominance action. If we bring in this trend line just very, very crudely on the chart, we can see just how much we've been kind of moving up and to the right here. And I do think we will see that continue. We got a really big bounce off it here. We came pretty close to retesting again in the middle of April. We came right down to this trend line here at the end of June, beginning of July. We're moving back to the upside, but let's see what happens with this price action over the coming months. I do think we're going to see dominance for SUI continuing to increase if we see more adoption and see that TVL continuing to move up and to the right. So that is my take on SUI at the moment, guys. Again, I think we are poised for some pretty significant price action to the upside. Just my opinion, though. This is not financial advice. Always make sure to do your own research, both on the fundamentals and what's happening here on the technicals on the chart. So check it out for yourself. Drop me a comment below. Are you still bullish on SUI? What do you think is going to happen with SUI price action over the next 6 months? I want to see the general sentiment from everyone watching this video. So drop a comment below to let me know what you think the state of SUI is at this moment in time, and we'll check it out in the comments. That is it for today's video, guys. Remember, if you got any value at all out of today's SUI deep dive, please just take 3 seconds, drop a very quick thumbs up on the video below. Make sure to like it before you jump out the door. It helps to spread the good word. We are dropping videos on the channel every single day. Make sure to hit subscribe, smash that bell notification icon if you want to get notified. And once again, you've got a completely free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin waiting for you in the description below the video. So grab that now, and we'll catch you in the next one.